Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Let me know if y'all hear me, man. Let me know if you hear me. Some under the radar fights today, man. We still upset that, the Povetkin and Dillian White fight obviously is not happening. That was going to go down. Really anticipating that fight, man, today. But, it was weeks ago that they came out and said that, the fight wasn't going to happen. But here we are. You got Babic versus Alen Babic taking on Tom Little. And the undefeated prospect, man, Fabio Wardley taking on Richard Lartey, man. So sitting back waiting, man, for these dudes to get in the ring. As y'all get up in here, man, y'all announce yourselves, man. Kick back and watch this fight. I'm going to call it. No footage. So if you come in here looking for footage, you're going to be disappointed. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Do that. So right now, they're just pulling up Tom Little's record, showing you who he's fought: Philippe Herkovic, Dubois, Price, Mazurdov. Dominic Akinlande is all his losses. Usually when he does have a decent win over Josh Sandlin and Kamil Sokolowski for that level of fighters. Not bad wins in 2017 for him, but when he usually steps up to guys that are named or guys that are going to, come up making a name for themselves, he usually gets beat. But Tom Little will go out swinging. I will give him that. I will give him that. Alen Babic, Neil Kennedy, his last win. He had to win over Shondell Winters. It's probably the two most notable journeymen that he has beaten thus far. So, still waiting for these dudes to come to the ring, man. One thing I will say, though, looking at some news that's been going on over the last couple of days, man. Seeing Joseph Parker and Junior Fa, it's going to be canceled. Disappointed about that. Rasheed, was good, man. He says, I think Shondell's a level above journeyman. See, when I say journeyman, bro, I don't necessarily mean like they're just bums, but somebody that's going to, like a higher tier journeyman, like a Winters or a Kamil Sokolowski or a Jamal Woods, somebody's going to push your prospect, or maybe go, if it's scheduled for 6 rounds, should he maybe go all 6 rounds with that prospect? So I'll say he's like that, but most fans view it as a journeyman. You dig what I'm saying? Harold was good, man. Harold Jones, what's up, bro? Shout out to the ATL. Where you from in the ATL, man? Not your exact address, but what? I know they got different zones out there. You in one of the zones? Was it zone 1, 2? I think it was all the way up to zone 6 or something like that. Shout out to the ATL. Also noticed that even though Tony Yoka has a fight coming up next on, was it Friday? I think, yeah, Friday. He got a fight coming up. Tony Yoka taking on Christian Hammer. But one thing that I did notice is seen on Boxing Scene a couple days ago that Tony Yoka's they're already doing a purse bid for that vacant European title, and they're trying to face Tony Yoka versus Petar Malas. Who is Petar Malas? He's an undefeated Croatian prospect. He has a win over Kevin Johnson and another notable journeyman level guy. I forget right now top of my head, but Malas is somebody that's been calling out Philippe Herkovic, his fellow Croatian heavyweight. So Tony Yoka's already in negotiation, but he does have a fight coming up on the 27th. Let's get past Christian Hammer first, all right? Michael Hunter, seen some stuff with him. He has a fight coming up in December 19th against Chauncey Williver. But I also seen on Boxing Scene, he's already in negotiations for a fight in January and February. One of the fights will be against Alonzo Butler. I've done videos on Alonzo Butler before, American heavyweight, heavy-handed dude, who's been a lot of Deontay Wilder training camps. And then another fight against somebody else. And I know people are like, hey, man, I thought he's supposed to fight Philippe Herkovic right away. that's the plan. But I like what Michael Hunter is doing, just in case he don't want to just sit around and wait for a fight for him and Herkovic to come to fruition. All right, he's going to stay busy, keep racking up quote tune-ups until Herkovic is ready. But none of these fights are getting in the way. It's not like if Herkovic says, okay, I'm ready for January, I'm pretty sure Hunter's not going to say, nah, man, I got to fight Alonzo Butler first. I'm sure that they will just make the fight right away. You say you're from the Northwest? Okay, that's what's up, bro. And that's pretty much it, man, as far as little news that I've seen, man, over the last couple days. Right now, Tom Little's in the ring. We are awaiting Alen Babic to get up in there, man. I don't think this fight, it's going to be interesting, man, because we know how Alen Babic likes to fight, likes to come forward, be aggressive, bulldog type of approach to things. And we know Tom Little, at the very least, he will go out swinging. So should be pretty cool while this fight lasts, man. But I'm gonna go with Babic to end this fight. I'm gonna say Little is gonna give him about 3 rounds. I'm gonna say Little's gonna give him 3 rounds. But Babic does put on a lot of pressure, man. But Tom Little's not going to be intimidated of him. But just because you're not intimidated doesn't mean that you're going to be able to handle the pressure and the physicality. So I guess we'll see. Bro, with my hands together like Bird, man, waiting for this for them to go ahead and go ahead and announce the fighters, and let's get this underway, man. And then let me see who all up in here. Let me see, Lamont, what's good, bro? Local Sports, what's good? Vinyl Pugilist, what's up, man? Lamont says, I think it's some clout chasing BS going on with all these canceled fights. You think so, bro? Well, I know with Fab, they're saying something about something abnormal with his blood work. That's what I seen with him. And then with what Povetkin had the COVID. So I guess what you're saying is all bullshit, huh? Mark Wonderlink, what's good, bro? Rashid says this off topic, but he says who you guys got? Wilder versus Ruiz. Ooh, that's a good one, man. That's a good one, man. That's shit, bro. That's a hard one to call, man, because the styles vary, and it just seems as if, man, just looking at everything, seeing how Wilder, even though he won these fights, but he was getting touched when he fought Duopa on the inside, and even when Eric Molina was fighting him from a close range, and you can make it rough for him. Even when Ortiz was able to get close into that, range where he can throw hooks and uppercuts, short shots, make it a mid-range fight. Even when Fury closed the distance and attacked in the second fight, attacked Wilder straight up right from the gate. If Ruiz gets that type of real estate against Wilder, man, where he's, short range fighting, he's right there in the pocket with him, I see Ruiz beating him, man, lighting him up on the inside. However, if he can keep Ruiz on the end of that jab, and I've been saying this forever. I'm not just saying it to fit this argument or fit this topic. I've been saying this before the Parker fight. I said in my pre-fight video, I said that the punch, to me, that Ruiz has problems just getting out of the way of, he's just susceptible to it, is a straight right hand. I seen Rafael Zambunu Love, who Ruiz fought on a Terrence Crawford undercard, land literally every right hand he tried to throw. Now, it could have been because Ruiz wasn't respecting his power and just walking through it. Okay. And also seen Dimitrenko land a good right-hander, too, when Ruiz put the beat down on him. Good fight, man. I mean, it's a really, really, really damn good fight. Ruiz versus Wilder, man. I think it's damn near a toss-up based on styles. Based on styles, I see it as a toss-up. And I don't see Wilder trying to move around and circle and use the jab the way that AJ did, or the way that Parker was doing in his fight. Wilder really doesn't move like that. All right, look. Start round 1, Tom Little versus Alen Babic. Here we go. Babic comes out, high guard, sticks a jab. Little's trying to hold him. Babic letting overhand lefts and right hands go. Little's going to have to stay off those ropes. Little with a good right hand. He's trying to keep Babic in front of him, man, trying to box him, using the jab. Babic got the high guard. He's looking to close the distance that gets close. He is winging left hooks and right hooks right now. He does not want anything to do with Little holding him. Little cheap body shot on the inside as they broke. Little needs to stick that jab in his face. Keep sticking that jab. Babic just walking him down calmly. Babic moving. Little's gonna have to get off them ropes, man. I know Little, sometimes he'll like to fight off the ropes, but he's gonna have to get off them ropes. Little's trying to hold, but Babic's having none of it. He's letting shots go. About a minute went down in that round. 2 minutes left in this first round. They're in the center of the ring. Wild miss by Babic with a left hook. He needs to set things up with a double jab. Head down low, but come in with jabs though, man. Mike Tyson was great at being a low fighter, but he would come in with, he was his most devastating when he would start with a jab. Tom Little's using that jab, trying to move a little bit. Babic still walking him down. Babic wants nothing to do. Right there, Babic instead of trying to just throw him off, he needs to just be letting his hands go on the inside. Good right hook by Babic. Good left hook to the body by Babic. Tom Little wants to hold. Like he's trying to, you know, overcome this early storm, man. Oh, good uppercut by Little to the body of Babic. Wild miss by Little. Babic just walking him down. He should use his jab a little bit more, man. Miss by Babic. Overhand right by Babic. Good uppercut by Babic. Good left hook by Babic. Right hand by Babic. Another left hook. Another right hand. Good left hook by Babic. Backs Tom Little up. If he can ride this out, like they said, he can ride. Okay, Babic put his hands on like he's almost tired. If Little can ride this out and get Babic into like some later rounds, it's an 8-rounder. Babic has not went. I think he's only went 3 or 4 rounds, man. In his career, I think that's the highest rounds he's gone. Wild miss by Babic. Now he's throwing lead power shots, and he's trying to get Little out of here, man. Good left hook by Babic. Good uppercut. Babic just winging left hooks and right hooks, you guys. Good counter by Little. Babic is wide open to get counter. Good right hand by Babic. Good left hook by Babic. Another hook. Little's fighting on this. This is what I'm saying. Tom will fight you back, man. He loses fights, but he'll fight you back. Left hook by Babic. Wild miss by Babic. If Little can ride this out, good left hook to the body by Little. Good overhand right by Babic. Left hook, right hand. Babic is throwing pretty much overhand rights and left hooks. That was a good competitive first round, man. Good competitive first round. What y'all think about that, man? Yeah, I agree, Connor. Wilder does have a good jab when he's snapping it out there, man. When he's snapping it out there, making it count like the first Stavern fight. I don't know if people say, but Mr. Boxer, Stavern was just a stationary target. Okay, but it had nothing to do with the jab that Wilder was throwing. He was snapping that motherfucker out there with quickness. When Wilder does that, it's really good, but he probes with it a lot too, and you can tell he's trying to just find range, just like being in the dark, right? And using your hand just to find range. It's like he uses it like that, like he's in the dark, you know what I mean? Trying to touch around and find his range. Good competitive first round, man. Give and take in that round. Start of round 2. Probably get that first round to Babic though, man. But Tom Little held his own. Tom Little comes out with the jab. Babic still just winging hooks. Left hook, right hook. Little has to get off the ropes. Now he's just putting a flurry on. Babic, left hook, right uppercut. Right hand. That body shot did hurt him. My wife just said. Overhand right. He's just throwing a flurry, you guys. Little against the ropes, and Babic just throwing big flurries. Little's going to have to fight back. He's going to have to throw a flurry off the ropes. Get off the ropes and throw a flurry back. He can pretty much throw any punch he wants. I mean, Babic is there to get hit. He's there to get hit. He's throwing bombs, but he's there to get hit as well. It's not like he's a, defensive maestro. It's not Pernell Whitaker in there. He's there to be hit. Good overhand. Another overhand. Now he's throwing wild overhands, Babic. But he's putting pressure on. Will he tire himself out, or will he get Little out of here? Little's going to have to make him respect him a little bit. Good left hook by Babic. Good body shot by Little. He's got to do more than that. Tom Little's doing too little right now to do more of this. He's just chopping him up right now. Babic just chopping Little up, man. Little's going to have to come out this high guard and throw something in return. Now he's going to have to eat off these ropes. Good left hook by Babic. But he's missed a big right hand. Tom Little's done much. Oh, there we go. Now he's trying to come back with a hook to the body. Babic returned the favor with a hook to the body and the right hand. Good combination by Tom Little. The left hook upstairs with the left uppercut underneath, almost like a Mike Tyson combo back in the day in the 80s. Good jab by Little. It looked like Babic is slowing down just a little. He fights in spurts. That's one thing I noticed. And he gets out of position sometimes when he misses because he's throwing big, wide shots. Is he tiring out? And if he is getting tired, will Tom Little be able to exploit it? But shit like Tom Little's getting tired of getting hit. Good right hand by Babic. Babic is pretty much throwing left hook, right hook, and uppercuts. That's it. Overhand. Straight right by Babic. Little's against the ropes again. He has to throw, he has to right here, at least if you're not going to throw, grab, tie him up. Slow his momentum down. Slowing his momentum down by getting punched in the face isn't a good thing to do. Now he's trying to grab. And I think that's more out of exhaustion from being on the defensive and getting hit. Babic still chopping him down. Like some of his punches are losing steam. If Babic was in there with somebody that has some power, he would be in trouble, man, because he's there to be hit. He's not really moving his head. He's not doing anything. He's trying to just get Little out of there. Huge two misses by Babic. He missed with the right uppercut and the left hook that he missed. Little cannot take advantage by making him pay after he missed. Left hook miss. Grinding to the body. Uppercut by Babic. Left hook by Babic. Right uppercut by Babic. Now he's back on the ropes. I gave that round to Babic clearly. Little's just, he's putting up the high guard. I don't know if he calls himself trying to just, you know, overcome the early storm. I'm not sure, man, but he has to return fire. My man Pots up in here. What's good, bro? AS951, what it do? I agree, Rashid. He's breathing heavy, man. God of War says it's exciting, but Babic hype is just too much. He got to learn how to pace himself a little bit. Yes, Lamont, it is Rock'em Sock'em Robot. Macadon 1, what's good, brother? You think he's trying to tire him out, Lamont? Babic is breathing pretty hard in that corner. His trainer's trying to tell him to double up with the left hand. He's been working that combo too, where he goes hook to the body, then hook upstairs, or he'll go uppercut with the left hand and then a hook with the left hand. Trying to double up the left hand. I like that. I like when fighters double up on shots, man. Especially left hooks. All right, round 3. Tom Little just high guard, getting into the rope. Now he's implementing holding and grabbing. This was going to have to do. Tire Babic out. Let them arms get tired, not from just swinging, but grapple them a little bit, man. Good left hook by Little. Now Babic is using his jab, but he's just probing with it. And he's turning his head. Ooh. Ooh, down goes Little with a left hook. Is it more... I mean, it's hard to say if it was the shot that got him or if it's just more just that coupled with exhaustion. Tom Little's up. And he's taking an aggressive approach. Ooh, good uppercut by Little. Babic walking him down calmly. Overhand right by Babic. Left hook by Babic. Right hand by Babic. Left hook. Flurry against the ropes. Little like he's about to go down. Little still up. He has to return. He has to do something. He's getting tagged right now. Right hand by Babic. Left hook by Babic. Babic right now he's trying to pick. He's trying to get his. He's trying to breathe now. Little has to fight him, man. I know it's easier said than done, but while Babic's trying to breathe right now, when he's that close, he's really just breathing. You gotta throw something back. He's against the ropes. He's trying to throw that. He's trying to land that uppercut. He's too slow with it, Little. Right there when they resting on the inside. Thing about Babic, he likes to rest right on the inside. You got to make him pay. Now it's time to throw the uppercuts. Maybe Little's just thinking about retaliation with a left hook over the top. I don't know why he's not doing it. Good overhand by Babic just missed. Seems like Little's tired as well. Like he wants to rest on the inside as well.
Those girls are cooking dinner.
Go overhand by Babic. Left hook to the body by Babic. Babic should work the body more, man. If you're going to be a hot output like this, work the body more. If you're going to be one of these guys, work the body more. Break Little down a little bit more. Babic's type of guy want to come out and just go head. Ooh, good right hand by Babic, but nah, it's like that woke Babic up. That was good right hand by Little. Now he has Little against the ropes. Little's just getting pummeled right now. He's done. It's over. It's over. Is that over? Is he counting them?
Yeah, he's counting.
It's done.
Oh, he waved it.
It's done. It's done. Babic wins. More of exhaustion, good work rate. I like to see Babic use his jab a little bit more, and I like to see him work the body more, man. Bruno Silver says stream, please. Nah, bro, this is just commentary right here, bro. You know, if you want the stream, man, I got the app. So go ahead and download that app, man. But I'm pretty sure if you look around on the internet, you'll probably find the stream, bro. But nah, just commentary. My man, Official Age up in here. What's good, brother? Apostle says, do you think Babic has a chance against a top 15 fighter? Well, bro, I guess it depends. I guess it depends which top 15 we talking about. If you mean just my consensus, who I think the top 15 heavyweights are, or do you mean a sanctioned body top 15? Because there's some dudes that he might have a good chance against. Shit, isn't Tom Schwartz in somebody's top 15, I think? I think Christopher Lovejoy's in somebody's top 15. So against those type of, quote, top 15 sanctioned body guys, shit, he might. But if you're talking about the, Deontay Wilder's, Ruiz, Joshua, like those guys, no, I don't see him having a chance. But he does put on pressure. If you can't stand up to the pressure, you could be in trouble, but he leaves himself open a lot. I would love to see him fight like an Adam Konaki. This is like a shit, like like another version of Adam Konaki, if you ask me. Just a guy, I guess, with a more appeasing body type, I guess, as far as not having a lot of fat on him. But pretty much the same type of style. There to be hit and there to hit, and that's pretty much it. Usually these styles don't last long, man, especially at heavyweight. Guys like this burn out pretty quick because it's hard to keep this style up. Come forward, put the high guard up, and just bang. You know, that's why I give shots out to a guy like Chris Arreola, man, who's still, I'm not saying it's never happened, all right? But usually guys like that, their careers, they're at their peak for only so long, is what I'm trying to say. Lamont says, I'm honestly not impressed. He's fun to watch, though. Yeah, I get that. He is fun to watch, but again, I don't. He talks a lot of shit too, though. I'll give him that. I would love to see him look. If Filip Perkovic doesn't jump into a big fight right off the bat for 2021, like the Hunter fight or Chisora or whoever Eddie Hearn's going to line him up with, I would love to see him take on Babic. Babic's been talking shit. He wants to fight him. I'd love to see that. Pretty sure they'll probably interview him. He'll talk some more shit, but Tom Little did what Tom Little does. He'll come in there, give you what he got. Won't do enough, but he's a tough guy. He'll get in there and give you what he got. He'll show some spurts here and there. That's what Tom Little does, man. So fight went like how I thought. I think I picked a fourth round stop. I think I picked third or fourth round stoppage. I forget, but pretty much what I thought was going to happen. Um, Let me see. George C says, I appreciate you covering these fights, Mr. Box, and Lartey not in the same shape as when he fought Dubois. And I missed the damn weigh-in, bro. And I'm pissed off, man, because I really wanted to see Lucas Brown fight Wardley today, man. Really wanted to see that damn fight. Wardley was pissed. I seen his interview on IFL TV. Shouts out to IFL TV. I seen an interview they did with him. He was pretty pissed off, too. He was mad, according to him, to Wardley. He was saying that, hey, man, we gave the man everything he wanted. I haven't heard Lucas Brown. I tried to go on Lucas Brown's Instagram to see if he, talked about when it was rescheduled. I couldn't find that post from him. Everything I see on his Instagram is him promoting, just doing different types of promotions for sponsors and him working out and all that type of stuff. I didn't see his comments about the fight with Wardley not taking place. Babbage up here with Tom. I was gonna say Tom, but Eddie Hearn right now. He's just saying how Tom Little took a lot of punches. I mean, stuff that we clearly just seen. No, let me see here. Let me see some more comments. Let me see. Chris Tien up in here was good, bro. Yeah, he was trying to do his Whirlpool dope, man. And he usually reverts to that when there's a lot of pressure applied to him. me see. Rashid said, "You don't think Babic has power at heavyweight?" I mean, he's still getting these guys out of there. I mean, does it look like he has like that one punch type of power? Sure. No, but he still got the dude out of there though. And his, win against Winters and then this win right here. I mean, not the best of the best, right? But still for an up and coming guy, not bad fights. Zoran, I can't pronounce your last name. Sakulich, I believe he says, dudes, he says Babic can go at least 10 rounds like this. 8 rounds are not a problem for him. Trust me. Sick of this comments how he's going to be dead after a few rounds from Croatia with love. Peace. Okay. But it's just that sometimes, bro, we got to see it though. And I'm pretty sure he's probably win a hard 12 rounds in the gym sparring Dillian White. Or he's win a hard 12 and he probably has. I'm sure he has. However, though, we got to see what happens when you're getting punched in. I mean, when you're really getting backed up, though. I ain't talking about a shot here where you momentarily, get stopped in your tracks, but you keep coming forward. He's pretty much fighting downhill. I'm talking about when you get backed up a little bit. You get caught with a good uppercut. You get dazed and wobbled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Half of the round, you can't touch the dude. He's putting hands. I'm talking about shit like that when he has to go 8, 9, 10 rounds. I ain't talking about just coming forward and just laying leather on people. He can probably go 19 rounds fighting like that. You know what I mean, Zorn? I'm talking about when he getting that shit put back on him, though, bro. Then how's the stamina going to look? You know what I mean? But we'll see when we get there. BG London, what's good, bro? He said that was a good old-fashioned British pub fight. Official AJ says, never realized how small Babic is. Mr. Fishfinger says, Babic gets his head jabbed off against the top boys. George C says, appreciate you. Okay, I've seen that one. But he says, I appreciate you covering these fights, Mr. Boxing. Lartey not in shape. It's when he fought Dubois. Shit, we really going to see tonight, right? I know the scale said one thing, but we're really going to see tonight. I agree, Rashid. That's pretty much what I was just saying. You said, I think it's easy to throw when your opponent isn't throwing much back. Yeah, it's easy to throw. It's easy to have great stamina. It's easy to do a lot of things when you just hitting a guy that's just putting up the high guard and sporadically he comes back with a 3-punch combination here and there throughout the round. Daniel says, he just said, Babic says, give me the biggest guy in there. Yeah, he's just talking like a fighter. You know what I mean? According to Babic, he might be ready for a title shot tomorrow, man. So I'm sure, he's just talking like a fighter. Official AJ says, not sure if Babic is ready for Herkovic. I still think Herkovic still far ahead of him. Look, and that's true, but the reason that Babic wants it, and I'm not sure what type of push they're going to keep doing with Babic, you know what I mean? Being that you got Zhang Jili on Matchroom and Philippe Herkovic, there's guys that are higher on the totem pole than Babic, right? So what I'm saying is sometimes, hey, man, just throw him out there and see what he does. I don't see Babic elevating past what he is as far as the type of fighter he is. I don't see Babic going to the back foot game and his, a few more fights. I don't see that. I see a guy, I think this is what we're going to get until he's done. You know what I mean? So if this is what he's going to get, and he's an older guy too, I believe he is. I think he's like, I forget. I think, is he 30, y'all? Y'all, somebody correct me. I think he's 28, 30. I could be wrong, but pretty much this is what I think he's going to give us. You know what I mean? So he might be looking like, hey, man, fast track me. I done got a lot of rounds in with Dillian White sparring and other guys. Shit, I'm ready. Stormy B, man. Stormy B, man, what's good, bro?
Him or Joe Joyce?
Joe Joyce or who? Babic?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Joyce will beat the fuck out of Babic. Let me see. Another battle, 2 brutes battling over the last keg of Budweiser. Stormy B, man, what's good, bro? Mr. Fishfinger says that's an interesting name, but he says Babic should fight Nathan Gorman. Hey, that wouldn't be a bad one, man. I know one thing: Nathan Gorman won't have to go looking for him in the ring. They will come right to each other. Gorman's a better combination puncher, man. Quicker with his hands, more technically sound, and more polished of the two. But shit, all that being polished and go out the window, somebody land a good one on your chin, especially at heavyweight. BG London says, prime Amir Mansour versus Babic fun fight. Yeah, I'll go with Amir because I think Amir, shit, you say in their primes. That's funny, BG London, you say in their primes because, like, what is technically Amir Mansour's prime? Because when he got out of prison and started fighting again, he was like 40. But he was fighting his ass off in like 2015, that fight against Brazil and Gerald Washington and all those big heavyweights, right? But I get what you're saying, though, man. Amir Mansour versus Babic, I said Amir at his best. Even when he was fighting like Brazil and those guys in Washington, I'll probably go with Amir. But the Amir we've seen the last 2 years, when he was in there with Herkovic and when he got, I think he's kind of past it now. AS955 says, why did Brown fight fall through? I'm still trying to figure that out, bro. I'm still trying to figure out why Brown is not fighting Wardley tonight. And I was trying to look it up, but I couldn't find any information. And usually, bro, unless there's some type of injury, if it wasn't an injury, we're fans. You know what I mean? AS95I, we usually know what it is. Some type of discrepancy with the contract and the money. But that's just me guessing. But usually if it's not an injury, it's usually some type of contract, some money, or some shit like that. Yes, BG London, Babic won third round. Knocked Little down twice. Got him up out in the third, man. Physicality, activity was the answer tonight for Babic. My man Pasta says, Mr. Boxing, how excited are you about Dubois versus Joyce next weekend? Man, I'm happy as hell, man. I'm like a kid waiting for Christmas, man. Man, I'm happy as hell for that one. This is going to be a war. And that's a whole nother video, me breaking that one down, man. But that's going to be a war. It's going to be, and I seen, Joyce is pissed off, y'all. He's saying, hey, man, I seen on Boxing Scene, Joyce is like, hey, man, y'all paint me out to be some damn journeyman. Like, he's pissed by the betting odds and the way the majority of the fans are viewing this fight. He looking at this like, man, y'all got me getting ran over by this kid. You know what I mean? So I like Joe Joyce's approach, man. But stylistically, that dude is there to be hit. And I know Joyce is a lot more athletic than what he leads on in his fights. I've seen that dude in camps, like, well, even after fights, do backflips. He can move around the ring. He can do a lot of little athletic shit, man, that he doesn't portray in some of his fights. And I understand when you're in the ring fighting, it's not about backflips. It's not about who can run the fastest sprints and all that. All the stuff that you can do outside the boxing ring. But sometimes I'm just like, man, why don't Joe Joyce fight more athletic, man? Why does he just come forward, fighting in slow motion from at least my eyes? You know what I mean? Like, why does he take that approach? And shit, man, who am I to, say anything? I mean, the guy is, has got this far. It was good enough to medal in the Olympics and be a good amateur and, get to where he's got in the pros with the guys he's fought. But Dubois is going to test that. He's going to test all them open holes that Joyce leaves to get hit. Dubois, unless for some reason he's shy with the trigger, he's going to let punches go. He's going to come right in the middle of all those wide swings. His shit should be coming, his mindset and game plan and tactics should be coming right down the middle on Joyce and keeping him off balance and throw that jab. But if Joyce can add some head movement in there, just a little bit of head movement, he ain't got to be Pernell Whitaker, but just a little bit of head movement just to make Dubois miss a little bit. You know what I mean? Back Dubois up. Because speaking, and Lartey is going to be the next fight against Wardley. When Lartey landed that, I believe it was a left hook on Dubois. Dubois kind of took a step back a little bit and had to regroup for a second. You know what I mean? And man, this is gonna be a good fight, man. Will Dubois get overwhelmed by the pressure and the physicality? Just because you're a guy that gets a lot of knockouts, and he's had some impressive knockouts, Dubois, even against lesser opposition, though. But shit, that one against Kayotaro Fujimoto. Ooh, shit. Yikes. Heavy hands, man. But and then he destroyed Gorman too. So. But I like the kid, man. I liked the kid because when he fought Kevin Johnson, he looked at it like, look, man, I can't get this guy out of here. Yes, I know Anthony Joshua destroyed him, but it's hard to stop Kevin Johnson. Let me just put my, let Let me just put my hard hat on, man, and just grind out a decision. This guy knows how to survive. Johnson's experience. And I like the fact that Dubois was smart enough to take that approach where some fans ridiculed him like, oh, you couldn't knock out Kevin Johnson? Like, yeah, it's hard to knock out Kevin Johnson, man. You know what I mean? However, he just boxed and won on points. And I like that he had that mindset instead of trying to go out there and just be sloppy looking for a knockout when the knockout's not there. You know? But to answer your question, Paz, I'm excited, man. Let me see. Lamont says Tom Little does what he always does, spar without headgear. Yeah, he's kind of trapped in that sparring partners mentality a little, you know. BG London says he thinks Babic stamina is questionable. Stormy B-Man says heavy hands, no stamina, no skill, no defense. Butterbean all over again. Hashtag deja vu. My man, Coach. What's good, Coach? Good being on that panel with you. I think you got off the panel, though, when I came on. But Blood Boxing had that panel this morning, man, talking about Fury Wilder and Glovegate and all that, man. So good to hear from you, Coach. My man, Coach Sheldon Harrison up in here. He's 28. All right, yeah, Babic is 28. Okay. Storm B-Man says to everyone here, always remember this. Good fighters progress and prosper in the sport of boxing. Tough guys get hurt. Yep, get hurt and just have a lot of stories. BG London says Babic better stay away from Usyk footwork. Oh, he don't want none of Usyk. He don't want none of that. He don't want none of them problems. James, what's good, bro? He says, Mr. Boxing, what's the haps? Oh, man, just chilling, man. Enjoying these little under-the-radar fights, man. Y'all can hear the excitement in my voice, man. I just love this division, man. You know, so I'll be just excited watching Richard Lartey and Fabio Wardley. Like I'm going to be, I mean, next week is just going to be hyped up. But you guys know what I'm saying. I get the same excitement, man, just calling these fights. Grimace 08 was good, bro. He says, bro, what the fuck happened to Parker versus Fa? Fight who started ducking. Well, according to reports, bro, they're saying that Fa had some type of abnormal blood work that came back. So, and that's all I read on it. Zoran says, let me tell you straight away, sorry to disappoint some people, but Babic is not a top 10 to 15 boxer, nowhere he ever will be. Herkovic is the next champion. Hey, Zoran, I'm not sure if you're from Croatia, man, but what do you think about and I was talking about this like 2 years ago, but Herkovic versus Petar Malas. I'd love to see that one. Do it for Croatia, you know what I mean? But I'd love to see that one. But they're talking about Tony Yoka, if he get past Christian Hammer next Friday on the 27th, they already started a purse bid for the vacant European title for Yoka against Petar Malas. You know what I mean? So, but what do you think about a Malas versus Herkovic though?
Just to go ahead and feed them.
Yeah, go ahead. Joseph Bacon says Tom Little needs a MRI and banned from boxing. Parkinson's is no joke. Yeah, I think Little needs to give it up, man. If you're just, you know, it's one thing if you're a Kevin Johnson type when you can literally go all the rounds, but Little is just pretty much getting stopped every time he steps up with these guys, man. And that's it's one thing to go rounds and Johnson is like a defensive guy. So he's going to not go rounds and just take punishment. He'll go rounds and make you miss and, you know what I mean, not giving you just a clear target on him. Jacob Porter says Romanov, he means Evgeny Romanov, is rated number 47 on BoxRec and Babic is number 45. That would be a fun fight. Yes, it would be. I would probably pick Romanov. I think he's a little bit more sharp. I think he's a little bit sharper, man. And he has an extensive background in the amateurs. And for those of you that don't know, Evgeny Romanov is the dude that stopped Deontay Wilder in the amateurs in 2008. It was before the Olympics. People often get that confused that Wilder got stopped in the Olympics. But no, it was before the Olympics, like a tournament. I think it was like a world championship before the Olympics. I would probably favor Romanov, man. Ricky E245 says he got Joyce winning the fight next weekend. Are you going with Joe Joyce? Wouldn't surprise me if he does win. You know, it wouldn't surprise me, man, at all. James says Joe Joyce is more adorable than people think. Yeah, no, that dude is hella adorable. Hella adorable, man. Me too, James. I wish Israel going was still going too, man. I forgot the guy that stopped him. Fuck, it's a Polish guy that stopped him who was last when he fought Israel. He was under, I think he was like 10-0 at the time. And the dude, is it Martin Rosansky? Rosansky? I believe that's the guy that stopped Israel. I want to see Israel. You know who reminds me of Israel, James, is F.A. Ajagba, man. He kind of reminds me of Israel. But Israel is fighting. He's fighting right now. MMA though, you know what I mean. Doing Light Production was good, bro. Yes, God of War, man. Yes, Povetkin and White would have been today, man. Povetkin and Dillian White would have been today had Povetkin not got COVID and their fight got pushed back. Yep, you are right. I'm just calling you Dan, bro, because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. Dan Nelja Hurt, but you says thanks for the commentary. I definitely appreciate that, man. Dan Angel, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Christian, what's good? He says, Mr. Boxing, we need to see that fight, Croatian Showdown. Yes, we do. I'd love to see that one, man. Zoran says Malas is on Babic level. You think so, bro? Zoran, you think Malas and I would rate Malas ahead of Babic, you know, but that's why I want to see these damn fights happen. He says, do not put him in Herkovich line. Now, I think Herkovich is just the best out of all three of them by far. And I'm not sure if you're new to my channel, Zoran, but I made a video, bro, in 2015. Yeah, it was actually Christmas Day of 2015. I did a video, and I said that, and it's before Herkovich turned pro. Is when he was still an amateur, and the 2016 games were fastly approaching, right? And my favorite going into the Olympic games was Herkovich. Herkovich. People always say I pronounce his name. I've been pronouncing that man's name wrong for 5 years, but Herkovich was my favorite going to the Olympics. And in that video, I have a video up. I said that he will be world champion one day. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see all this play out. We'll see how it all play out in the next 2-3 years. You know what I mean? All right, I think I'm all caught up. Yes, he did, Rich. He did give Dubois some problems, especially when he backed him up with that left hook. I believe it was a left hook that he landed on Dubois. And Dubois kind of backed up like, damn. Stormy B-Man says, Lartey loving his ring interest music. Mr. Boxing, you missing describing his interest. Yeah, bro, I see it, but I'm talking about these Croatian prospects and all this, man. So my mind is everywhere else, man. What's going on? Okay, let me see what's going on. Hey, son, bring me my Snapple out the refrigerator. Okay. I see Wardley coming out. You know, man, Wardley's style kind of remind me, and I said this before when I first seen him. He kind of, you know who he gives me thoughts about, man? He looks like a damn, he kind of reminds me of Tyrell Biggs, like the way Biggs used to fight. Now, I'm not saying he's Tyrell Biggs. People may think of Biggs just being knocked out and stopped by Lewis and Tyson, but Biggs was a damn gold medalist, man. So let's not act like Biggs wasn't that dude in the amateurs and coming up. And he was once upon a time an undefeated, hungry contender at heavyweight until he ran into Mike Tyson, all right? But Wardley kind of fights like that a little bit, man. Wants to move and use the jab, and he kind of gives me that Tyrell Biggs feel. I don't know.
Every time you say Tyrell Biggs, I think of Tyrell Biggums.
Yeah. George C says Babic, Lartey would be wild, not a straight arm shot all night. Yeah, it'd be just you're right, George. It'd be just hooks, uppercuts. Hooks, uppercuts, and overhands. You won't see not one straight punch. And even when Babic was trying to throw his jab, his arm was still like in a V shape when he was throwing the jab. It was like he was like not really committing. He was just trying to, find range. He didn't even extend his damn arm with the jab. It was like he was throwing his jab and his arm was still at the damn V shape.
Did you want to play?
It was like.
No, I know.
Oh. Yes, he was Lamont. That's why I ain't trying to play around with Tyrell's name. But when I watch Wardley, though, it kind of gives me that feel because of the way that he fights. But he has a long. They heard you in the background about the Tyrone Biggums. But let me see. Zoran says, yes, I'm new to your channel, but I like it though. Watch out for Marco Mulan. He's going to be a creation number 2. Okay, I definitely will, man. And since you're new, Zoran, I cover heavyweights. The reason why I'm so in depth with the Herkovics and all that, I've been covering the heavyweights here on YouTube for 10 years. This is my second channel. My first channel is Mr. Boxing. This is Mr. Boxing Today 2. And I cover them all, bro. Croatia, you go, I mean, no matter where they're at, I'm covering them. I have a heavyweight prospect list, playlist, where I have like 90 prospects. And I started that list 5 years ago. People been wanting me to do, I think I should pick that series back up. But I talk about them all, man. From the Jamal Woods and Kamil Sokolowskis of the world to the Deontay Wilders and Tyson Furies. You know what I mean? So can't wait for next month, y'all. That AJ Pulev undercard, I like it. I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it. But Kole versus Sergey Kuzmin finally going down. Remember, they were scheduled to fight once before. And then obviously got Pulev and AJ. And I can't think right now because I'm having a... But somebody else is on that card. I just can't think right now, but I do have it. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, Dubois fight next week against your favorite fighter, the fast, the lightning speed, Joe Joyce. Man, my wife, y'all think Joe Joyce is the slowest fighter she's ever seen in her life. Also, you guys, on the 27th, I know I brought up Tony Yoka taking on Christian Hammer. Also, under the radar fight, you got the highly touted amateur fighter beat AJ in the World Championships. Mohamed Druzo Majidov is taking on Saret Delgado. All right, Delgado's 8-0, Puerto Rican fighter. He had a good amateur career. I think he was a 6-time national Puerto Rican champion. All right, start of round 1, Wardley versus Lartey. Here we go. Lartey high guard. Wardley's just popping the jab. Elusive manner with his body. He's loose. He's not tight. He's pretty loose. Wardley's in the white and blue. Lartey's in the black. All right. A lot of posturing and feigning. Okay, there goes Lartey. He threw like a triple jab trying to back up Wardley. Wardley's moving. Jab to the body. Committed with the right. Ooh. Okay. Lartey, there's one thing about Lartey. He will throw some heat at you though, man. He threw overhand and he missed, but he's thrown with some conviction.
He's fast.
Wardley's trying to just stay calm. I think with this calmness, if I was Lartey, I would try to just pressure him, man. Try to get him out of his comfort zone and being relaxed. Mm-hmm. Get him and just pressure the hell out of him. But it's easier said than done. Let's see what they do. See, right there, that's when Lartey got to take advantage of being close. Rough him up a little bit. Yeah, I agree. Somebody said Lartey doesn't like he's in the same shape as the other fights. Yeah, he doesn't seem as defined as I've seen him with Dubois and some of his other fights. His body type doesn't seem as defined with his physique. Not as toned up. But he's coming forward. He got the hard, good left hook. He's going with the whole Lartey is going with the whole, I'm going to put the high guard up, wait till you get off, then I'm going to come out of my shell approach. And that can get you outpointed and get decisioned. You know what I mean? When you fight like that, the guy's not there to return fire on.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Good stick and jab to the body by Wardley. He's doing a good job of just sticking and moving. Doing a good job of sticking and moving, man. He's probably let his hands go a little bit more, but he's trying to find his spots. Pushing the jab out there right now. Lartey still stepping to him. With the high guard, he's stepping to him. He threw a little lead left hook. Wardley caught with his gloves. Wardley still circling to his left. Good defense. He got his hand. Wardley's doing a lot of, veteran savvy things. Hopefully he's super comfortable with this. He puts his hands down and drop down to his waist and move like that. Oh, good right hand by Lartey. Wardley better get off them ropes, man. Good jab by Lartey.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like Lartey may have more oomph on his punches, man,
Yeah, it does.
than Wardley. But Wardley's doing a good job. He keeps circling to his left. I want to see him break that rhythm up with his movements. Because you might run into a right hand if you keep just circling to the left. Little nip and tuck round, man.
Who'd you give it to?
That was nip and tuck. I would probably say Wardley, but it was nip and tuck. I think the harder shot.
Was doing better.
My wife thinks Lartey got that first round. What y'all think? God of War says these two guys. He says these two guys at least have some technique, not swinging like Street Fighters. Or you're talking about in reference to that first fight between Babic. Yeah. More outbox. Well, Wardley's the outboxer guy. Rich H says, when I saw Joyce fight, I thought someone had paused the TV. Yeah, that dude is slow as hell, man. I know he's established. I know he's durable. I know he's strong. I know people always come to video and say that. But he is slow motion. He even looked slow motion against, who else has Joyce fought? Stavern and Jennings? He got some pretty decent fights, man. All right, round two. Wardley using his jab, still circling to the left. Big, huge miss by Lartey with the left hand. Good feint. I was wondering when Ward's going to start adding feints in there. You just see now he's adding feints in. He's doing little subtle feints in there. Probably want to stop backing up in a straight line, but right now he's backing up in a straight line.
He needs to break that rhythm up.
Yeah, he does. My wife made a good point that Lartey needs to break up Wardley's rhythm. He's just letting him get into his rhythm. He just, popping a jab, moving, feints. He's just getting into his rhythm, man. I wonder how Lartey's gas tank is going to keep up. He's looking for big shots. He's looking for big left hands. Will he start to tire out? Will he start to gas? Now, Wardley briefly took the aggressive. Oh, shit!
Down. Woo!
Big right hand by Wardley.
Fuck out of here.
It's done.
Oh my goodness.
And that was that backing up in a straight line.
Got caught.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
He doesn't even know where he's at.
Lartey is out of there. Done. Finito. Game over.
Damn.
This is why I love the heavyweights, man.
I was rooting for you.
Fabio Wardley got him up out of there. Calm. Look, man, for a dude that didn't have much of... Look, y'all. And I can put Ajay Kabiel in here, too. For dudes that don't have much of... Brian Jennings was another one when he was coming up. Guys who literally, you guys have 5 amateur fights, 4 amateur fights, no amateur career to think of. Turn pro and get a lot of experience from sparring and things like this, being in the gym around guys who are contenders or have titles. It means a lot. And you can tell this dude, Wardley, has learned a lot in the gym. However, is Lartey one of the top 15? No, okay. Not saying that. And people were talking about his conditioning. But that's not Wardley's fault. Got him out of there. He was patient. Just looked calm and relaxed for a guy that doesn't have a lot of fights as a pro or even a lot of fights as an amateur. Very impressed by just how calm and relaxed he is. And he set that up. Lartey let him get into his rhythm. He let him get into his rhythm to the point where he didn't even see that shit coming because I didn't even see it coming.
Right.
And that's what happens when you let guys get it, especially an outboxer. You don't know when he's going to, boom, dart in with a quick right hand or a left hook. You just never knew, and that's exactly what happened. Let him get into a rhythm. You're plotting, following him around, and then boom. But I had the high guard up, punch around the guard. But he had the high guard up, punch through the guard. You dig what I'm saying? But good win, man.
Knock the fuck out.
Let me see. Yeah, everybody's saying, "Ooh, shit, whoa," laughing out loud. Let me see. Shaney boy. Jim says, is there any way I can live stream? Nah, bro, it's on the zone. It's over now, unless you're waiting for the Conor Ben fight, but it's over now. Christian says, great prospect right there. Cristiano says, would like to see him step it up now. Rich A says, quicker than Dubois. Yeah, he's quicker. I told you, he reminds me of Tyrell Biggs, man. James says, Mr. Boxing, with the knowledge that you ever thought about being a trainer? Funny you say that, man. I've been asked that from fighters who have thought that, and I'm not gonna put because I don't know if they want me to put their names out there, but there's guys that I've done videos on who are the up and coming guys who've actually hit me behind the scenes, bro, asking me, hey, can you break down my footage and tell me what you think? Literally one of the top prospects, right? American prospects. So I say that to say this. If I had an opportunity to train somebody, I would. But it's not something I'm out seeking to do. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go with Conor Benn in the next fight. But I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't seen much for Mella. I'm usually just heavyweights, man. All the heavyweights. I'm literally like in knowledge of like 200 heavyweights deep. Literally. So my thing is just heavyweights, man. But I do try to catch a lot of the other weight class fights because I'm a boxing fan. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely going to watch this next fight. But I haven't seen much for Mella, so I'm not going to lie to you. Stormy says, you're right. Wardley is reminiscent of a young Tyrell Biggs. Great recognition. Yeah, bro. And I noticed that early, Stormy. I'm like, damn, like, I noticed it early. But hey, y'all, I know y'all got a lot more things to do this Saturday. I just wanted to come on and entertain you for a little bit, man. Talk about these heavyweights and chop it up. I'm going to get off now. You dig what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all showing up. And I'll be dropping videos throughout this week in preparation for the big fight this Saturday, Joyce for Dubois. And don't forget, on the 27th, y'all, you got Tony Yoka fighting Christian Hammer. And then you also got on that same card, Muhammad Druzo Majidov will be taking on Sarit. What's this guy? Just to make sure I don't get his name wrong. Delgado, Saret Delgado. All right. And I dropped a video about this fight as well already, man. But Majidov is a guy that I did shit. Hey, we're talking about Babic and guys like Evgeny Romanov. You can put Majidov right in that group. You can put him in that same category as those guys. He wants to come forward, tough, durable, but he's proven. You dig what I'm saying? One thing about Majidov, he's a little bit more proven than some of these other guys, man. Because I've seen Majidov in the amateurs. You know, he had to take on all those guys in that 2016 class. You know what I mean? The Deichkos and the Joyces and the Yokas and Herkovic and Jagbas and all them type of dudes. I've seen him fight Anthony Joshua in the amateurs and beat him. You dig what I'm saying? And he's fought Tom Little and Ed Fontaine and guys like that. You know what I mean? But he's been there with some killers, man. I know it's amateur, you know what I mean? But and he fought in the World Series of Boxing too. He got schooled by Usyk, but I did see him fight in the World Series of Boxing as well. All right. But Delgado, we'll see what he has. He's 8-0 with 7 knockouts. Like I said, ex-Puerto Rican national champion. I think he won that like 6 times. But yeah, that will be going down on Friday and Saturday. All right. Until next time, man, y'all be good. I am gone.